All right, so we're back again for our weekly grocery budget check-in slash grocery haul episode, where I share with you what we spent for the week on groceries, see if we came in on budget this week, just kind of like as a motivation type episode, and just to kind of let you see that, if you spend some time on planning your meals and planning your grocery list before you go, you definitely can manage what you spend on groceries. So if you haven't listened before, we spend $150 a week for a family of 5, and my youngest is 14, my oldest is 19, so it's basically like feeding 5 adults. I tried initially to do 125 a week, which was kind of a guideline based on Jordan Page that I really like to watch on YouTube. She recommends $100 per person per month, so that would be $500, which would be $125 a week for my family, but I've just never been able to do that. So $150 is what we do. I do have to say that by buying a lot of these items at Aldi, it makes it a lot simpler. So if you do have a discount type store in your area, I would definitely recommend trying that out, because it makes a huge difference in being able to meet this budget. I do have to say that. But a lot of it, even regardless of having a major discount store, so much of your budget can be controlled by simply planning on knowing what you're going to go purchase when you go to the store. And then another thing that I thought of like today when I went shopping that I just want to make sure I mention is be open-minded with making a quick switch on a meal, like a piece of a meal, if you can, based on what you see in the grocery store. Like, for example, I knew that I had, when I was going through my list, I was in the produce department and I saw Brussels sprouts, which was on my list. I love to make them in the air fryer. They come out really good. My son really loves them. So it's something I like to make, occasionally. But when I went, sorry, my throat, it's pollen or something. I have to keep clearing my throat. I apologize. But anyway, so I saw the Brussels sprouts and I think it was like $3 or $3.50 for like the bag. They come in like that kind of, a lot of times they come in like a plastic, like cellophane almost type bag. And it was like $3 or $3.50 or something like that. And right next to it, they had asparagus that was on sale, and it was like, I forget, I'm trying to see if I could find the price here, but it was like super cheap. It was like maybe like $1.50 or something like that. It was really inexpensive. Oh, here it is, $1.29 for like a big bunch of asparagus. So I was like, all right, I could spend $3.50 on the Brussels sprouts, or I could spend $1.29 on the asparagus, which everybody in my family likes that too. And as a side dish, I could easily swap one for the other. It wasn't going to have any impact on the meal. So when you're in the grocery store and you see something like that, keep that in mind. That can really help you save and come in on budget, or it can even also offer you the opportunity to purchase something else, like maybe an extra snack or an extra fruit or, anything like that. So just kind of be a little bit flexible if you can be. Another thing that was kind of weird that I had to do was, if you've listened before, I have said that for some reason, BJ's has not been carrying the shrimp that we always buy. So again, I went to buy it. I was going to do bacon wrapped shrimp this week, and they didn't have it. So I was like, great, what am I going to do for this meal? So I saw this, it was like was it orange shrimp? I don't remember exactly. I think it was like an orange shrimp, like an Asian type of dish. But it was frozen. It's like just the frozen kind. It's not something I would normally make for like a main meal, but I was kind of stuck because I needed the shrimp. I already bought the bacon. I was going to do bacon wrapped shrimp. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I bought this shrimp, and what I'm going to do is try and just cook the shrimp. I'll make the bacon anyway, and then I was thinking maybe I would just do like white rice, and we could do like bowls with like the white rice, the shrimp, and like the bacon pieces. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be good. But just be prepared to make a last minute switch out if you have to stick to your meal plan, but maybe just throw in like an alternative protein or vegetable or whatever. So I did wind up getting a few extra things this week that I wouldn't normally get, because if you listened last week, you might remember I came in about $15 under budget on last week's trip. So I decided to use that money and get a few extra things this week, which I wouldn't normally get. which were just like some fun things. Like, I know they don't sound fun to many people, but like I don't normally buy any kinds of extra drinks or anything like that. We pretty much just drink water. So I got like 4 bottles of flavored seltzer water, which we really like. I got my daughter, for my daughters, like a little lemonade drink mix, like the kind like the little pouches that like you pour in the water bottles. I bought like a case of water bottles because we're going to be going on some hikes. So I figured those would be good to have to just kind of bring with us. I bought like, what the heck else did I get? Oh, I got my one daughter, who's a vegetarian. I got her some kind of like meatless chicken nugget type thing and like some vegetable egg rolls, just like some special little things like that. So I was able to get a few extra items above what I normally would have gotten for the for my normal weekly shopping, because I knew I had that little bit of extra money from last week and I decided to spend it. So all in all, I got all of my groceries. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, this is my only grocery shopping for the week. I do not go out buy anything else. I don't ever need to run out for extra stuff. I make sure I buy everything that we need. And it does include things like toilet paper, dish detergent, everything is included in this $150 a week budget. I make sure it all fits in. So anyway, so at Aldi I spent $130.34, which is a lot more than I normally spend at Aldi, but I started buying some more of their meats there. I used to just get them at BJ's, but so far I've had good luck with them. So I bought like chicken, I bought sausage, like Italian sausage. I got the ground beef for hamburgers, and I got the bacon there. So that's why my Aldi was a little bit higher than usual. And then at BJ's, I just picked up a few things at BJ's. I usually get like lunch meat there. I get my milk there, my eggs, and then I did wind up buying that shrimp. So at BJ's, I wound up spending $38.25. So for this week, it did come to $168.59, which is over budget, but I could have come in on budget had I chosen not to purchase some of these things, but I kind of allowed myself to say, I came in $15 under budget last week. I'm going to use some of this to pick up a couple of these extra items that my kids would like corn chips, some snacks. I got a bunch of different things like that. So after taking into account that extra $15 that I was under last week, the total would come to $153.59. So I consider that coming in on budget. I definitely had control over it. I would have been able to cut back if I chose to stick to the $150, but I went in mind saying I'm going to use that $15 and just pick up a few extra fun things for the family that we wouldn't normally get. So that's our weekly grocery haul, budget check-in. I would say that we made it pretty close. Even had we not had that $15 over, I would have only been about $20 over budget, which I still really try not to do at all. But occasionally that happens, and I don't really get too upset about that. But I really do try and stick to the $150, and usually I'm really very good about sticking to that number. So I hope that this will motivate you in sticking to your grocery budget and trying to find creative ways. I definitely recommend. It's so important to meal plan and have your list of exactly what you need with prices before you go. That's the only way that you'll have an idea. Not that you won't have an idea, but that you'll have an idea like close enough to the actual dollar amount if you're really trying to stick to a budget. So that's it for this week's grocery haul. I would love to hear feedback if you guys like this, if you don't like it, if you have any recommendations on different topics you'd like to hear about, or any budget tips or meal planning, cleaning, any of that kind of fun stuff. I would love to get some feedback. You can reach me at facebook.com/Lola'sFrugalLife. Send me a message, like the page, post a comment there. Please subscribe to the show. That would be really awesome on whatever platform you're listening. And I'm also, I've created a user group. If you're interested in joining, you can go to facebook.com/groups/Lola'sFrugalLife and submit a request to join. You don't have to answer any questions. Just send a request and I will approve it. Or there's also a link to that group on the Facebook page. So I hope to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome night. Thanks.